Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should understand. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. It sounds strange, might sound foolish, but things are getting better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence killing me one another? Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. But influence you influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, them respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize the times get harder. Me talk at night without my mind and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know. Him say, when I try to cope, tell myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put on the gun, still the last must run. I know when blind men can't come. And me a jam and a cool, one go back in a school. The system lick me. There's no hope for those who have not from the slum. Take the little much we have, still hunting we done. I beg you to show some love. When we get back, he replied, circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know. When I know little cry, mama cry, papa cry too. She want the boy with a heart and that could you do? You know them find him dead with a Smith and Wesson. 6 weeks and change now, me and remiss. Why so much violence? Too much violence. It hurts my soul and I won't keep silent. Circumstances made me what I am. That was his reply, I cry. Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. It sounds strange, might look foolish, but things are getting better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence killing me one another? Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. Bad influence you influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, them respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize the times get harder. I talk at night with all my might and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know now. And when I try to cope, tell myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put on the gun, collateral must run. I know when blind men can't come. And me a think about cool, one go back in a school. The system lick me. There's no hope for those who have not from the slum. Take the little much we have, still hunting we done. Will we show some love? Will we get back some now? Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Every man should know. Oh, circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man?
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, family, good afternoon. Here we go again, here we go again. Another beautiful evening in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. Another beautiful day. We are at a cool 65 degrees. Beautiful day, sun is shining, the sky is blue. And we are alive, we are amongst the living. You are tuned into The Proven Truth. You are listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host Anthony Brown. Coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole here in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. To participate in the program, feel free to call us 504 303-8922 to participate. Feel free to call us at 504-303-8922. You can also listen to us by dialing 712-432-7883. You can also check us out on the web, listen to us on the web, www.radiogombocreole.net. That's RADIOGONBOKREYOL.net. We live stream this show on Facebook. We Facebook live stream this program. You can check us out at Anthony Brown for Assessor 2017. That's ANTHONYBROWNFORASSESSOR 2017. We also archive these broadcasts. These broadcasts of our archives on the YouTube. You can check us out on YouTube, where you can find previous recordings of the show, The Proven Truth. It's on the YouTube channel at The Proven Truth. Really, you will see myself pop up. There's several different channel, different previous broadcasting. Again, you are listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host Anthony Brown. To a listening audience all over the diaspora, you know where you are, all over the Caribbean, here in North America. Once again, much love. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare and security, and secure the blessing of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. The Constitution of America. All governments of right originate with the people, is found on their will alone, and is instituted to protect the rights of the individual and for the good of the whole. Its only limit ends are to secure justice for all, preserve peace, protect the rights, and promote the happiness and general welfare of the people. The Constitution, the Louisiana Constitution, 1974. Now, we choose to read these documents in the opening segment of our show for a couple of reasons. But the first and foremost reason is so that we can remind the government, or that group of people who we elect to public office and call them government, that we the people are the bosses. We are the ones who put you to work. We are the ones who ensure you have a paycheck to take care of your family. We are the one who you need to answer to. You're the one who we put in place to attend to our business and our welfare so that we can go about our day-to-day life doing what we choose to do. It's our prerogative what we choose to do, and there's certain function that we as the people, we as the bosses, really don't want to, bother with. So we say, look, let's do this. Let's form this thing and let's call it government. Let's get a group of people. Let's do it by electing them to office, and let they do what we don't, we really don't have the time or care to do. But in doing that, let's give them a document or documents by which they need to follow. Let's tie the hands a bit. We don't want them to run crazy or go drunk with power. So we're gonna create this document, and we call this document the Constitution. And this document, not only that we create it for them and tell them that, look, there's a constitution by which you need to abide by, we also establish a thing we refer to as the oath of office. So we say to them, okay, look, we want you to do this or perform this job. We're going to give you this document known as the Constitution. But at the same time, before you start the function of the office that you run for or you apply to, we want you to make to us a commitment that you will abide by this document and you will adhere to our will. Again, we are the bosses, so we set those parameters. We set those boundaries. We set those rules. We implement it. We implement the system by which our employees, it doesn't really matter what you want to call them, presidents, council members, mayors, legislators, it don't matter what you want to call them. They are our employees. So that's one reason why we read this document at the beginning of our program. The other reason is to remind the few or those of us who tends to forget that, look, you have a role to play. You're a boss, you have employees. And if you don't check your employees, they're going to run amok of the system. So you need to step up to the plate and perform your job as a boss. And as bosses, we can hire and fire, or we can sanction. That's the portfolio or the authority as, for you being a boss. So we're trying to make sure that a lot of these bosses remember the fact that they are bosses. They are the one who go to these ballot or go to these booths and say, okay, yes, let me put an X beside this clown's name. Let me give this clown a chance. This clown said he want to be a judge. All right. This clown said he want to uphold the law. He want to wear a black robe and call it him or herself a judge. You know something? Let's give this clown a chance and see what happens. This clown said he want to be the mayor. Okay, let's put this clown into office and see. If this clown do good, we give him some more time. If he don't, we kick his ass out. That's the reason why we read these documents. These documents was essential to the inception of this country, this nation. And it still is today. Okay, so let's we forget it's still February and we are still recognizing Black History Month. The month of February has 28 days in it, this year being a clear year. You know, 28 days according to the calendar when it's a clear year, and you get an additional day, they call it a leap year. You know, this year is one of the days that carry the 28 days. We as a people must recognize and celebrate our Black ancestors, our Black leaders. And when we mention Black leaders, I'm not talking about those men and Black women who fought I'm talking about those men and women who fought for us, and to the extent where they lose their life. Put their life, not only their life, but to some extent their family's life on the line too. Talking about these Black and women who fight for Black people all over the diaspora. We tend to only celebrate or stop celebrating Black History Month after February 15 of each year. Why? Because they give us a Martin Luther King Day. There were many before and even after Martin Luther King who we should recognize and celebrate. You can go back to the archives and check. We did this past February 15, when a week or two ago, whenever it was, we did a show just dedicated to Martin Luther King. You can go and check the archive. You can go and check YouTube at The Proven Truth, and you will see that. The program that we did on Martin Luther King, and you will understand why we actually, or why they actually celebrate a Martin Luther King Day. That program break it down for you. You know, we have a Martin Luther King Day. Why is only a Martin Luther King Day we celebrate when it comes on to Black history? We must recognize, as Black people all over the diaspora, Black men and Black women who put the ultimate sacrifice out in the name of equality, in the name of justice. We must recognize these people. I'm talking about people like Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Now, a lot of people talk about a Martin Luther King. A lot of people talk about a Martin Luther King and some of Martin Luther King philosophy. Now, understand the concept. Martin Luther King, we ain't talking about Martin Luther King today, so let me get it clear, but I'm just making a comparison. Martin Luther King was a great individual for championing the cause of Black people before he went to champion the cause for human rights, period. But the principle upon which Martin Luther King was our basis philosophy, or some of his arguments, comes straight from the mouth of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And today we will recognize these people who mainstream media don't talk much about or don't teach in these schools. We recognize Marcus Mosiah Garvey his life, his work, and his struggle. We recognize Nanny from the Maroon, a black African female land in the Caribbean, Jamaica, and raised hell to free our people. We're talking about Paul Bogle, another African brother who landed in the Caribbean and raised hell against white supremacy and slavery. Used military tactics the British didn't even know exist and defeat the mass. We recognize and celebrate the life, the work, the teaching of our young black brother, Fred Hampton. Brother give his life, or lost his life at a young, tender age. Our brother was in his 20s. We recognize the life, the work, the sacrifice, and the love that Maurice Bishop showed to his people, not only of Grenada, but all over the diaspora. We recognize and honor the works of Malcolm X, a brother who went through a metamorphosis, a brother who was incarcerated and recognized that his old way of life was wrong or was misleading. And that brother created the attention of black people all over. Why you don't have a Malcolm X Day? Because of his philosophy. That's it. Malcolm X was too revolutionary for them. Malcolm X was too bold in his action. He wasn't a tame guy. We recognize Dr. Carter Wilson. Now we all celebrate in this month, we celebrate February, our Black History Month. How many of us know about Dr. Wilson and his contribution to this whole Black History Month? Now understand the concept. We're talking about Black History Month. It's ludicrous, to be honest with you. Our history predates modern civilization. But we have to understand the mindset of a Dr. Wilson as it relates to recognizing the fact that we as a black people was losing it. There was nothing in the history books for us to be proud of, or there was no celebration of black people at the time. Nobody recognized black people. So his initial concept was a Black History Week. That week manifests into a Black History Month. Now, it's the shortest month. But brothers and sisters, you know, it's a start. We recognize the work, sacrifice, and love of my sister, Harriet Tubman. Now, this sister told us, look, if more of my people, if more black people had recognized that they are slaves, are living in slavery, I could have freed a lot more of them. Today, it is the same mindset. We have black people here with that same mindset. Much love, Harriet Tubman. We recognize and show love to Thomas Sankara, a young black brother who lost his life through betrayal there in the continent of Mother Africa. A black brother who said, look, we can be self-sufficient, we can feed ourselves, we can produce our own food, we can do for ourselves. We don't want no white man, nobody from Europe to come and tell us what and how to do. We can do. And my brother did. Within 4 years, a short period of 4 years, he built that spirit, that cultural spirit, that entrepreneurial spirit into the people of Africa and turn that whole economy around. Again, another brother who lost his life because he recognized the corruption that this monetary system that we know exists in brings to the continent of Africa. And he wouldn't deal. He refused from selling his brothers and sisters out to the European nation and to the Western society in America. And to turn his own right-hand man against him. We recognize Samora Machel for all his fight and struggle. We recognize and show much love to the collaboration of the blacks in the Caribbean. Bookman Duty, a brother from Jamaica, who through his spiritual guidance start a revolution on the island of Haiti. Much love, my brother. We recognize Toussaint Louverture, Jack Dessalines, Asian revolutionary fighters. These are the men who put their life on the line so we could have the first and still today liberated, independent, republic, black nation of Haiti. To these people, we need to celebrate these people. Now, there's a lot more, but I'm not going to use this whole program to, we're going to continue doing this though. What I'm saying, my brothers and sisters, is that we cannot allow certain people to control our narrative, or to control a narrative for us, or to tell us who we need to celebrate, or who we need to recognize. Yes, we are not saying that a Martin Luther King need recognition. Yeah, we understand that. But at the same time, we understand why you want us to celebrate a Martin Luther King and not a Malcolm X or not a Bookman Duty. You follow where I'm going with this? We understand that, we know. Let me tell you, my family, there is hope yet for us. It was 2 days ago that I was on my Facebook page. And for the viewing audience on Facebook, much love. If you guys should check my Facebook page, there's a post in there. I want you guys check it out. And you have this, I forgot what this dude, this cat name, this is you have this late night talk show and TV. You one of them dudes, one of them cats. But anyway, he went into 80, right? And he was surrounded or greeted by a group of kids. No, look, man, every time I think about that clip or see that clip, my spirit filled with joy. He went and a group of kids surrounding him, ranges from maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think if you have a 10-year-old there, that's an old kid. And he was saying to these kids, look, yeah, we Americans can do things so you can come back here and make Haiti a better place. These kids put this clown in his place. And I was so proud of these kids. And that's why I'm saying that there's still hope for us. And that is what we need to do. When we keep silent on certain issues, we are the ones to be blamed. When we recognize the hypocrisy and don't call it out for what it is, we are the ones supposed to be blamed. When we are not teaching our kids about history, hold up family, let me tell you, look, for those of you who know me, let me tell you something about history. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without root. That's a quote. Somebody tell me who, somebody tell me who that quote is from. 504-303-8922. Or for you guys on Facebook, tell me. Let me say the quote one more time. A people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without root. When I saw these kids telling Father Christmas, this white man who come to black IT, telling kids, "Wait, look, we can do for you, or we can." These kids say, "Look, no, we don't want your white ass here in Haiti no more. Every time you guys come to Haiti, you guys take away our resources and make the country worse." Man, I'm still look, I'm still laughing, man. Look, check the Facebook page out. The post is right there. You guys will see. Maybe see it for yourself. You will recognize what I'm talking about and who it was that went there. Right? There is hope for us yet. Once we keep doing what we need to do as a people, once we teach our youths about history, and look, we are doing this live broadcast right now. And we do this broadcast every Monday and Thursday and Saturdays. We have a listening audience in the Caribbean. We have a listening audience, and we have listening audience all over America. And we have a Facebook audience too. The reason why we choose to create our own radio station or our own platform is because mainstream media ain't doing us justice. Mainstream media is directing the narrative to suit their benefits, and they are not telling our story. Even when we approach mainstream media, and look, when I talk about mainstream media, let me be clear. mainstream media on the national level, but right here in the local level too, on the local level. They don't tell our stories. And when they do tell the story, they chop it up so much, you wonder to yourself, what the hell did they even bother doing it for? So we need to implement a system by which we can at least start to tell our story. And when I say story, I'm not speaking about story in the fairy tale manner or in a fiction manner. I'm talking about the truth. I'm talking about the truth is that to which is constant with facts and reality. Facts and reality. That's what I'm talking about in telling our side of the story. Because our side of the story can be proven factually over a period of time. Facts and reality, that's what we combine when we talk about the truth. We ain't talking about their version of the truth. No. That is the reason why we create this system of broadcast. So we need to use whatever resources we have so we can educate our people, and more so educate the kids that's behind us, or that generation that's behind us. I'm telling you, for those of you who don't have a clue what I'm talking about, and even if you don't have a Facebook account, find somebody who have a Facebook account, and the post or the link that full my spirit and my soul with joy is on my Facebook page, and that's Anthony Brown for Assessor 2017. Check it out. You will see Father Christmas. I choose to call him Father Christmas. I don't remember his name. One of them talk show host guy. I choose to call him Father Christmas. Big white guy coming in telling these black unprivileged kids, oh, we can do for you. Look, kiss my ass with that. When you want to, you're gonna come and rob us. That's what you're gonna do. Look, I think we should take a break. No, we ain't taking no break. I'm on a roll right now. Let's keep it flowing. Let's keep it flowing. Take a sip of water. Hold on. Take a sip of water. Keep it flowing. Look, there's so much things for us to talk about. So much things for us to talk about. Let me share something with you guys. A couple of weeks ago, your brother went ahead and filed in the Civil District Court for Orleans Parish a motion. And what the motion was about, I was saying to this judge, well, let's back up a bit. There's a case presently I have in the Civil District Court. And what happened is you have to pay fees. You see, justice ain't justice in America ain't free, you know. You talk justice in America is not free, people. It's not. And if you have a controversy between you and some other parties, and you trying to find a third party arbitrator, and you choose to use the court system, you better believe you're going to be digging deep inside your pocket. You better believe you have to have some greens, some Benjamin inside your pocket. Because if you don't, right off the bat, they're going to tell you, look, we ain't got time for you. And yes, I know. In some instances, you have this thing they call, what you call it, purpose or whatever. But it's a system by which you can say, look, I'm destitute. I'm a pauper. I don't have the funds, but I still need a service. Man, that's low down. It's like you on your hands and knees asking for these people for assistance. And they can depend on the case. It depends on the case, is either yea or nay. And 10 out of 10 times, if the case of something or is related to any government official or government entity, it's a nay. They ain't doing it, they ain't granting you that time in court. So you must have that dollar bill, that Benjamin, and a lot too, to have your case heard in court. So let's go back to this issue. I went and I filed a complaint in the civil district court. And for those of you curious, because I'm going to go deeper into it, yes, it was about public officials and the cronyism and the friends. Anyway, let's get to the story. We went and filed a case, and during filing the case, we had was to pay fees. One of the first fees I had was to pay, which that was expected, is a fee to file the complaint. So you have to file a fee to go in front of the judge. Now, there's a next set of money that I paid or I give in that initial stage. And that was for what we call a jury trial. You see, what I recognize, and a lot of us out there in the political activism world recognize, that when you go inside these courts, you really ain't looking at a judge. Even though you might see that little card or that little placard up at the front and the bench saying, the Honorable Judge ABC. These people really ain't judges as we know it. And if you don't believe me, you can go ask the Supreme Court. These people will call themselves judges. So you have to pay them to go in front of them. You have to pay them to go in front of them. So when you recognize that when you go in front of these people, it depends on what the issue is. You cannot believe or expect that they're going to be unbiased against you. You cannot. So, with that knowledge, we always approach the judicial system asking for a jury trial. You all know what a jury trial is. It's when you have 12 people as your peers. Here, right? It's when you have 12 people inside the box from that same domicile or that same era in which you live. Sit in judgment of you or of the case. No, I don't want to get sidetracked or lost you guys anyway, but listen carefully. I think I'm going to try slow it down a bit so you guys can understand. It is imperative for people to understand that for you to get, no, I'm not going to say that juries don't make mistake. Alright, there's not proven facts out there that juries do make mistakes sometimes, right? And I honestly believe that juries make mistakes because of the so-called jury instruction. How the hell can a judge render unto the jury instructions? Yes, they do it every day, and I know that. But is it right? That's what I'm talking about. Is it right? They make decision sometime wrongly because of the so-called jury instruction, one, and then because of the prosecuting attorney. You know, they do make mistakes. We see it every day. We see it every day. They also make mistakes based on if you are a bar attorney or use what we call a pro se, somebody who represents themselves, rightfully so, outside of the bar association. Knowing and recognizing that we stand a better chance with a jury trial, we choose that option every single time we go to court. Because these people that sit on the bench and call themselves judges, we cannot trust them. And nobody should. No, they ain't trustworthy. No, they ain't trustworthy. 1 out of 10, maybe. So, your brother went in and paid $780 for jury trial. $780 for a jury trial. Now understand my thinking process, or the average person thinking process. This money you give to these people, I say, okay, look, I need a jury trial. So from the get-go, you telling that judge, look, I don't want you to rule inside this case right here. Okay? I want the jury to decide my case. I prefer to take my chance with the jury. So this is what happened. The case was dismissed. The case was dismissed So I went in and I put in a motion. You wouldn't believe the amount of clerks inside the Civil District Court, Orleans Parish Civil District Court, are legal people who tell me that they never come across a motion like this before. And you have a few who told me that it's not that the motion, nothing was wrong with the motion per se, it's just that people recognize the fact that the judiciary in Louisiana, well, it's not only in Louisiana, to be honest, but we are here in Louisiana, so we're talking about New Orleans, Louisiana right now. We're gonna keep it local. It's so corrupt, and we recognize that. But that's not gonna stop me from doing what I need to do. So I filed this motion telling this judge, what's her name? Judge Julian. That's her name, Judge Julian. District Section N of the Civil District Court. Elaine Sims Julian. Etlin Sims Julian. She called herself Judge Division N. I filed this motion asking for my money, to return my money. Now, to be honest, in all fairness, when I present this document to the court, or to the, first I took it to the clerk of court for it to be stamped into the record. Once it was stamped to the record, I took it to the judge's chambers. On reaching the judge's chambers, the clerk, or not the clerk, the judge assistant or secretary, whatever she want to be, look it over, inform me that the judge wasn't in at the time, but I could take it to the duty judge, and the duty judge could sign it, approve it. However, she suggested that before you do that, you go up to the clerk and have the clerk stamp this document saying that the funds is available. And I'm like, what? Why would I need to do that? But the truth about it, she was really nice and professional, you know. So I said, look, let me take your advice, and I do that. So I went back up to the clerk. Now, brothers and sisters, you ain't gonna look. I went back up to the clerk office. Now, the clerk of the clerk in Orleans Parish is one Dale Atkins. She is the head antro, Dale Atkins. I went up there and I went to the accountant. I said, look, I need to stamp this document saying that my $780 that I give you guys for jury trial is available for me to get back, because the case was dismissed without a jury trial. She looked at me funny. I was like, oh, something on my face? Is there something between my teeth? She was like, oh, Mr. Brown, she mumbled a bit. And you know what I mean? Oh, well, we really don't give back that money. I said, excuse me? Then I went into basics, common sense, logic. 1 + 1 = 2. I'm like, look, maybe you don't have a legal mind because you deal with money and you don't understand what I'm trying to do here or what this motion is all about. I ain't gonna knock you. It's okay. This is what I'm trying to do. And I explained to her. I said, I asked for a service. I give it to her in general terminology. Everybody can understand general terminology. I said, I came here. I asked for a service. The service was denied. Where's my money? Oh, Mr. Brown, that money is a fee, and I don't think. I said, don't think. Please don't think. We're talking about $780 right here. I don't know how much you get paid, but black people in New Orleans is at the bottom of the scale. You got people in the food industry, in the hospitality industry here in New Orleans and Bourbon Street, only getting $2.15 an hour. Don't just think about my $780. For these people, that could be 2 months' pay. She started. So I started to get, at that time my body started to, you know, my blood started to pump, and I started to perspire a little bit. I get a bit loud. The sheriff deputy run come across. Some other dude run come across. I said, look, so I explained the situation again. I said, I came here, give $780, which is supposed to be in some account, so that when that time come around and the jury is seated, or the jury is about it, that's when that money is supposed to be used. That guy told me, man, look, that's not the way it worked, blah, blah, blah. Then he called the deputy clerk of court, what's her name, Miss Napoleon, something like that. She took me into her office, offered me water. she offered me water, asked me if I was okay, because I tell you, I was sweating. I was getting heated. I was like, this ain't right. This sounds like some rip-off scheme. $780 gone in the wind, and no jury sit in the box. I couldn't believe that, man. If I was out in the street, I would be fighting. If I was out in the street, the NOPD, the FBI, the CIA, and would have to come for me. Because you're going to just get my money like that, piss upon my boot and tell me rain falling. That's what that sounds like to me. So I went into Miss Napoleon's office. She offered me a seat. I took it. I said, okay. At the time before I went into her office, I said, look, I want to speak to Dale Atkins. Because Dale Atkins is a clerk of the court, and for those of you who don't know, she's been the clerk of the court now for close to 30 years. She have a law degree, and she's now presently on the ballot looking to fill a vacancy on the Louisiana 4th Circuit Court of Appeal. Right? I want that to Dale Atkins. Dale Atkins wasn't available. A public servant wasn't available at the time. So this is what our secretary, our deputy, Miss Napoleon, said to me. She was like, Mr. Brown, look, based on what you are saying to me, I think you have the whole process confused. That $750 where you pay go toward initially for jury trial, even though you didn't have a jury trial, go towards the fees, you know. She said it's a process. They have to do paperwork because I requested a jury trial. So there's paperwork involved they have to do. I said, $780 of paperwork? I said, hold up. I said, look, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you guys had some type of paperwork to do as it relates to me requesting a jury trial. I initially give you guys $780. So whatever money you guys pay those clerks up front to process that paperwork, I will give it up. But I need the rest. Oh no, Mr. Brown, I said, come on, man. Then she said, look, that money is actually a fee, and we normally don't return fees. So even though you request a jury trial, what that does, that's just fees. And when the jury is seated or about to seat it, you have to give us some more money. I said, really? I don't remember seeing that written nowhere. I really don't. So, and then what she did, she flipped the script. She was like, and again, Mr. Brown, it's not we who set the fees. It's the judges. Right? It's the judges who set the fees. I said, really? Then she recognized that the case itself was in Division N in front Judge Julian. We both walked down to the judge chamber. Again, the judge wasn't in the chamber. She talked to the clerk, and she informed the clerk that, look, this fee, or this is fee that we don't normally give back, right? And it is a fee that the judges impose. No, understand what I'm talking about them. The judges fall under the judiciary branch of government. Okay? That's a branch of government. Listen carefully, my brothers and sisters. This is deep. Hey, hold on. You know something? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. We need to. Let's take a break.
Until the philosophy which old one rates superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. It's a war that until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. But it's a war that until that day, the dream of lasting peace, world citizenship, rule of international morality will remaining but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. Now everywhere is war, war, and until the ignoble and unhappy regime that hold our brothers in and Mozambique, South Africa, subhuman bondage. I've been toppled, utterly destroyed. Well, everywhere is war. It's a war. War in the east, war in the west, war up north, war down south, war, rumors of a war, and until that day
And the price goes to. And the price goes to. Yeah, you're right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Yes, sir. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without root. That's a quote from Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who said that. You are listening to The Proven Truth. You are listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown. Listen to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown. To participate in the program, you can dial 504-303-8922 to listen to the show. If you don't want to listen to it on Facebook or watch it on Facebook, you can dial 712-432-7883. Or you can check us out on the web by going to www.radiogumbocreole.net, where you can listen to us. We also live stream this show on Facebook. Check us out, Anthony Brown, Anthony Brown, for Assessor, ASSESSOR 2017. Check us out. We live stream. We also archive these recording on the YouTube channel. You can check us out at the YouTube or The Proven Truth. The Proven Truth, where you'll see past recordings of the program. Look, there ain't many, but there's a couple, there's a few. There ain't many, but there's a few you can check out. We're gonna be rocking up more in the near coming future. Check us out. And while you're there, you can either subscribe or like us. I think that's one of the requirements for us to stay live on the YouTube channel, is for subscription or likes, whatever. You can check us out. All right. Okay, before the break, we was talking about the cronyism inside the court system. And I was telling you guys about the fact that I went inside this court, had a case, had an issue, had a dispute, went inside the civil district court, filed a complaint, give them some money, and one instant I asked for a jury trial. The case was denied before it could ever reach the jury, which again, that's a whole total different issue or show in which we can talk about. However, it was denied, so your brother went and asked to get back his $780. Now, for those of you on Facebook who will see this, this is my document right here that I actually filed. You can see for yourself. This is my document that I actually filed a motion motion to return deposit for a jury trial, if you guys can see. 1, 2, 3, okay? If you don't see it, you miss it. All right? That's my document right there, people. So I'll file that document. Now, where we left off was Miss Napoleon walked with me to the clerk's chamber, where she actually informed the clerk that, look, it's not our policies to return fees. No, I was standing next to her, less than a foot away from her when she said that. Now, when she said our policies, I understand what I'm talking about. This person, this lady, Miss Napoleon is her name, right? Miss Napoleon. She is the chief deputy clerk of the Civil District Court in Orleans Parish. Now, again, I don't know if it was a fluke, or I don't know if she was where Dale Atkins was, but I asked to speak to Dale Atkins. She was not available. Okay, she was not available. So Miss Napoleon came down with me. She told the clerk, it is not our policies to return money that we receive in these courts as fee. And for the love of me, I cannot comprehend why not. So she actually unwrote it on the document and a notepad, and the judge, look, I don't like calling these people judges, but I'm going to do it, you know what I mean? I'm going to do it. They want the title, I'm going to give it to them. Judge Etlin Sims Julian, clerk, told me, look, the judge ain't here right now. However, I'm going to ensure that the judge get it. And once the judge come in tomorrow, I'll call you and let you know what the judge says. Brothers and sisters, family, let me talk to you guys a bit, because we're family. So we have to share experience, all right? Understand what I'm saying? We have to share experience so you know what's happening with your brother, and at the same time, maybe you can utilize my experience to your benefit, you know. The following day, I get a call from the judge clerk. Mr. Brown, it was denied. I said, what? Yeah, it was denied. Again, family, from a Facebook, people watch me live. That's the document right here. You can see it for yourself. It marked denied, big, in capital bold letter, denied. Okay, you see the motion? Motion for me asking to get back my money. Denied. And one of the things that's unwritten on this document, you can see right here, it says filing fees are not refundable. Filing fees are not refundable. Now, let's break this down. Let's spend a couple minutes and break this down a little so you can understand what's going on. Let's say you go inside these courts. First, you have to pay for that complaint, okay? That document which you draft up saying that, look, I'm the plaintiff, that person the defendant, this person kicked my ass all the way down Canal Street. And because he did that, I was injured. I had to go to the hospital, and you know, it caused me injury, and it, you know, that document. So let's say you have to pay for that document, which you do have to pay for that document so that you can see the judge. And let's say you have to pay the person who is taking the document. So, you know, you take that document to somebody, that person take that document, stamp it into the record, send it to somebody else who represent, who allocate which court or which division or which section that case go into, you know. And then, you know, some way, somehow it reaches to the judge or to that section or to that division. So let's say that fee, that initial fee right there, you know, which is, I'm going to tell you the price in a minute. Hey, again, it ain't cheap. That is the reason why you have, in some cases, people out there killing people. Because it is so expensive. That's capitalism. That's capitalistic at its best. It's so expensive for you to go inside these courts. You know the filing fee. So let's say that money right there, let's say you can actually see the expenditure of that funds. Let's say they have a point. Let's say, okay, let's say it does cost money because it have to pass from hands to hands to hands. Somebody have to enter it into the record. Somebody have to stamp it. Somebody maybe have to walk it down to the judge chamber, or, you know, or to that section, to that division. And we're talking about maybe less than 2 hours with a work, you know. All that can't take, all that process in itself, in and of itself, cannot take more than 8 hours. Cannot take more than a day. You see how far I'm pushing it? I'm giving them a whole day. 8 hours. From the point where you give them that document, they take it right there from you, look it over, stamp it, take your money, throw it in the file that somebody else can come and pick it up. That next person will pick it up, enter it into the record. Then it you know what I mean, it go through route till it end up on whichever court's desk or in whichever court's chamber. Let's say that process take 8 hours. Now, I'm going to show you why I'm so generous and give them 8 hours. Because the amount of money that they are charging you for fee. As a matter of fact, let's go to it right now. Let's go to it right now. This is a document right here from Civil District Court. Civil filing fee schedule. Okay? Plaintiff's filing fee for original petition. So that original petition, that first encounter with the court, you know how much that costs? You know how much that costs? $60. You believe that? No, I'm just kidding. You're crazy? $479.50. A matter of fact, each plaintiff, and let's read that section. It says, plaintiff's filing fee for original petition, then they have in bracket, each plaintiff in a multi-party suit must pay the full filing fee as per local rule 5 section 1 effective April 17, 2000. So they got 3 columns right here. They got filing fee, they got building fund fee. Look at that. Building fund fee. So, just to walk in, This shit is crazy, man. Just to walk into the building, it's a fee, $25. A $25 building fee? No, hold on. Am I tripping? The total amount is $504.50 for that initial fee. Let me say it again, family. $504.50. Okay? So before you Whoa. Before you even on your paper to the clerk, you have to pay. Before you even go upstairs and on your paper to the clerk, just by entering the building, it's a $25 fee. Man, you see what I'm talking about? This is some good racketeering business. This is what I need to be doing. People been telling me for a long time, why don't do the go sit the bar? I think I need to do it for real, man. Huh? If I can charge somebody just to walk inside a building, that's capitalistic. That's capitalist at its best, family. No, I'm laughing, man, but this is serious business right here. Okay? This is serious business right here. Anyway, let's get back to where it was. So, this initial fee, and that is the reason why I said, you give them 8 hours. Give them 8 hours. Because we know that the lower down, the lower class, that clerk will go to and take that initial complaint from you to the person who take it to the judge chamber. That person ain't even getting $20 an hour. You see what I'm talking about? That person ain't even getting $20 an hour. But let's say that person getting $20 an hour. Right? That 8 hours, that's what? That's 160. Something like $160, right? So out of that filing fee, that $500 filing fee, let's say you pay $160 out of that for labor. Let's say $200 for labor. Where's the next what the next $300 go towards? You see? All right. So that's one set of money. That set of money, we can say somebody did something. There was some transaction, there was some action. Somebody rendered labor. Somebody take that complaint. Somebody log that complaint in. Somebody walk that complaint down to the judge chamber. Somebody stamp that complaint. Somebody record that complaint. We are saying, give that whole process 8 hours. Okay? At $20 an hour. Which, they ain't getting $20 an hour. We're being generous. Saying $20 an hour. We're being generous. So from that filing fee, they pay towards labor, let's say $200. Again, we're being generous. So, based on this, that this document is their document. They're the one who hand me this document, trying to prove to me, oh, Mr. Brown, this is it. This is the law. But we're going to get to that in a minute. Right? So based on their document, if we give them $200 towards labor, or if that money that we filed initially for the complaint, if they take $200 out of that to pay employees, they still have over $300 left. Where do you do that money? So what am I saying? I'm saying let's say we understand where that initial filing fee goes. I'm not disputing that, questioning that, asking for a refund of that money that I paid. I'm asking for something that there was nobody can prove to me that there was no service done. The case was dismissed. It's right here. My Facebook family. You see that? Dismiss. It said dismiss, right? It was dismissed and she proudly signed it. Again, Division N, Civil District Court for Orleans Parish, Judge Julian. Whatever I pronounce her name right, doesn't matter. She's in Division N. She dismissed the case, right? Or the greater part of the case she dismissed. So no, I need back my money. Because there was no service rendered. There was no jury seated. They are trying to tell me, Mr. Napoleon was, that there's a process by which they have to prepare some papers or some papers because I request the jury trial. Okay. Let's give them that. Let's say that is true. Let's say that is factual. We're talking about $780 here. How much hours or time did that process take for them to do that so-called paper that they talk about? I'm going to show you something, family. Watch the scheme. Now look. What I'm going to show to you right now, if any other person, group or entity outside the branch of government or a governmental branch did to you or anybody you know about what this court system or this judicial system is doing to people on a mass level, you or them will be inside jail, are indicted for fraud. Watch this. This document right here is a document from Dale N. Atkins. And again, who is Dale Atkins? Dale Atkins is the clerk of Civil District Court, now a candidate for the Louisiana 4th Circuit Court of Appeal, looking to fill a vacancy on the bench. Irrelevant that Dale Atkins didn't even serve 1 day as a trial judge in a lower court, but that's a whole total different game. I think we did speak about it, about that issue some time ago. Again, you can check the archives, so who want to check the archives. It's on the YouTube channel at The Proven Truth. Let me read this document to you. 2. Now again, this is the clerk of Civil District Court. They give the address, Layoya Avenue, room 402, New Orleans, Louisiana, telephone number, blah, blah, blah. Dale N. Atkins, 2. And this is who she's writing it to. Attorneys and general public. I'm not an attorney by their definition, so I would fall under that category of the general public. From Honorable, she called herself Honorable. Honorable Dale N. Atkins, Clerk of District Court, dated June 28, 2017. Refiling fee increased effective July 1st, 2017. On June 23, 2017, we were notified by the Louisiana Supreme Court that effective July 1st, 2017, the judge supplemental compensation fund will increase to $24.50. Therefore, please be advised that an increase of 50 cents per civil filing, as authorized by Louisiana Revised Statute 13:10.3, Act 63 of 1985 regular legislative session, will become effective July 1st, 2017. Period. Therefore, effective July 1st, 2017, the following items reflect the increase that are due at the time of filing. Now, let's go into this real quick before we even go down the list of things that she stated that increase applies to. And I can tell you, family, that looking on this list, right, there's nothing there that mention jury trial. Okay? But again, it's irrelevant for right now. Let's make it irrelevant for right now. The judge's supplemental compensation fund was increased Did you guys catch that? Did you guys catch that? The Louisiana Supreme Court, that effect. So who is coming from? Who is Dale Atkins quoting from? No, in all fairness, no. In all fairness, there is reason for me to chastise Dale Atkins. When I say chastise, that may be harsh or seem harsh. But there's things that Dale Atkins done in the past and continue to do today that I'm not in agreement with and I'm opposed to. Okay? Even right now with this document, because she's the clerk of the court. Now what she's going to say? She have to enforce something that's coming from the judiciary. She's going to say that. And you could say maybe she's right. Because she's a part of the system as well. And being a part of the system, you're going to either have to succumb to pressure, right? And do what was told of you or was asked of you. Or you grew up here and said to hell with you. I'm not doing that because it's not right legally, it's not right morally, it's not right, and it couldn't be. But let's go back real quick. So this is coming from the Louisiana Supreme Court, right? You know who is the Chief Justice in the lower Supreme Court? Bernadette Johnson. Look, we don't have enough time to talk about her. We're going to talk about her in a different program. So, the court is saying that we need money not to do something today, but we need money towards our compensation fund. Hold up, people. I wonder if you guys see what I'm seeing right here. They're asking for you to increase. So you see what I'm talking about? They are selling a service. What did I say in my monologue? This is not about equal rights and justice, about the rule of law. This is what Bernadette Johnson said to right here. We are providing a service to which we need compensation. You pay us for this. And that is just to prove, when I tell people, you know what I mean, here on this program and other places, I said, don't believe what Anthony Brown is saying. Because Anthony Brown never spent 1 day in any law institution. And I don't have a law degree. But when I tell you that there is no judge in the United States, and there haven't been any judge in the United States since the 1700s, that's not Anthony Brown said. That's Anthony Brown quoting the United States Supreme Court. And why did they say that? I can tell you the case if you want me to. I can check on it real quick. Why did they say that? Because these so-called judges ain't trying these cases or coming to you from the Constitution. No. For you to be a judge or call yourself a judge, it must be a constitutional issue. Or when you talk to the parties inside these courts, you must quote the Constitution. Not no revised statute like what Dale Atkins and the Louisiana Supreme Court quoting right now, telling about revised statute, Louisiana revised statute 1310.3. And a matter of fact, let's go to revised statute 1310.3 and see what that says. This is what Title 13 of the Louisiana revised statute is saying. It deals with courts and judicial proceedings. Section 10.3. Judge supplemental compensation fund. Creation, source of fund. Let me slow down. Family, I'm sharing it with you. Let me share it with you. This is what you are paying those fees for. Or this is what they are trying to tell me. So, look, you know something? Come to think about it now. I need to find where this judge lives. Judge Julian. Because if I'm paying so much money, I give them over $1,000 just to file a case. And if that money is going towards our supplemental compensation, that means she's supposed to be inviting me over for dinner. I suppose you can just go and just lay a rock. What if she have a swimming pool? What if she have a swimming pool, man? And if, hey, somebody can call her from, hold on there. What if this did have a swimming pool, man? Somebody is just around the corner, you know. Some it's just around the corner and you know. Section 10.3. Judges Supplemental Compensation Fund. Creation, source of fund. A judge supplemental compensation fund, hereafter referred to as the fund, in quotation, is hereby created. Okay, so they create this fund. The proceeds from the fund shall be used solely and exclusively for salary supplements to judges and commissioner. So, it's a supplement. What does the word supplement mean? It's something in excess, right? It's something more. It's something extra, right? We pay to these judges and commissioners. Now, commissioners here, we can actually look for the legal definition of the commissioner, but commissioners is a group of people who basically sit or a lower level of a judge. That person is not really a judge as yet. That person is like a, what they call a judge pro tem. Not really a judge pro tem, but it's a person who sit in the seat, or sometimes that person, they don't actually call them a judge, but they do preside over case or cases. Those are commissioners. For related causes of state or municipal retirement fund, and for necessary and associated administrative expense. So they create this fund so that these judges can live like fat cats when they retire. That's what this fund is about. That's why these humongous fees are about. That's why this judge denied my motion to give him back the $780 which I pay for jury trial. Oh, now I'm fully understanding. Family, check this out. You see what I'm talking about? Reading is fundamental. Huh? Reading is fundamental, right? Little did I know. Look, I know something was wrong. How can you go to a car dealership and you say, look, that 2018 Mercedes-Benz, I want it? No, let me not use that example. Because according to Miss Napoleon, that $780 was not a deposit. She said it's not a deposit, it's a fee. And again, bring me back to my argument. If it is a fee, what part of that fee or what portion of that $780 was actually spent towards any type of work? Knowing that these people are these lower level clerks, deputy clerks inside here, ain't getting prevailing wages. I guarantee you. Look, if I was a betting man, I would bet that the most these guys get is maybe $12 an hour, if so much. If I was a betting man. If I was a betting man. I would say $12. Anywhere from $10 to $12. Based on first-hand knowledge of how they treat civil servant here in New Orleans. The only people that really care about here in New Orleans as it relates to civil servant is members of the NOPD. Why? Because that's the militarized arm of the local government. That's the enforcers. Look, I don't want to stray. Let me stay on topic. We have less than 5. We are around 6 minutes left on the show. We now see that the Louisiana Supreme Court is ordering Dale Atkins. No, did I say earlier that Dale Atkins did said to me, a matter of fact, again, look, on this program, the name of this program is The Proven Truth. The Proven Truth. The Proven, P-R-O-V-E-N-T-R-U-T-H. And the reason why we settle with that name is because we are not here to fabricate nothing. Personally, I won't fabricate anything. Now, if somebody come on the program or come on the show and speak their truth according to their philosophy and understanding, you know, it's all on them. And if we know as a fact that their truth ain't truth according to our definition, we're going to check that. This program, this ain't mainstream media or the local media. We don't have no sponsorship. We ain't looking for any ratings on this program. This program is a grassroots program designed and instituted because we have issue here that the mainstream media ain't picking up. Or in this case, the local media ain't picking up. The Fox 8 and the Fox 6 or the Fox 6 or 8, where you want to call them, and the 4 and the 6 ain't picking up. We have the written media who certain issues they won't even address neither. So we have to we're creating our own media. It's a proven truth. Right? Is that which we can prove or that is constant with facts and reality. Dale Atkins actually told me a couple of days after leaving the court, she finally returned the call and called me, saying to me that, look, Mr. Brown, there have been cases or times when the court ordered me to return money, and I did. She did. In all fairness, again, we ain't speaking out of one side of our mouth here. If somebody said something, we're going to say. This right here is not an intention by me to make Dale Atkins look bad. I have a lot more issue that I'm going to go at Dale Atkins for. Right here, in this particular instant, all Dale Atkins is a puppet. She's a puppet to the judiciary. In this case right here. She's a, what would you call it, an active puppet or a willing participant. She's a willing participant, a willing puppet in this case right here. But she did return my call, in all fairness to Ms. Atkins, and said to me that, Mr. Brown, this was the court's doing. I'm not the one who set the fees, even though she's the one who's implementing it. But I'm not the one who set the fees. And all you have to do or once I get an order from the court that your money need to be refunded, I will refund the money. She even went as far as saying that, look, what you need to do, I know she was giving me legal advice, she was giving me legal advice, but she was saying that what you can do, you can get all parties inside the court, or bring all parties inside the court, and I will repeat what I'm saying to you right now, that this money, I cannot just give it back to you. The court have to sign off or sign that order, the same order to which I submit and show you guys. And once that order is signed by the judge, I will refund your money. And in all fairness, and to be honest, as a reasonable person, it sounds logical to me. And that's the reason right now why I'm not going real hard at Miss Dale Atkins in this particular instant, because of the statement that she made and the fact that she's willing, if I so choose, to challenge them in court, to come in court and outline this fact that she, in the past, previous past, returned money after it was ordered by the court to return. She did return it. And the fact that the fees is not something that she, in her professional capacity, did or have the authority to do. And based on reading this document right now, we know who did it or who have the authority. Family. Man, where did the time go? 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 You have been listening to your brother and host of the Proven Truth, Anthony Brown. We do this every Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays between the hours of 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, for those of you who don't know, Saturdays, we like to mellow out. We like to mellow out on Saturdays. Saturdays, we call it Reggae Saturdays. We play music. Music from my birthland, my home, the place where I was conceived, where I was born. Beautiful, beautiful Kingston, Jamaica, baby. Beautiful, beautiful Kingston, Jamaica. We play music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, We kind of tone it down on Saturdays. We go real hard Mondays and Thursdays, and Saturday we tone it down. Look, we ain't finished. We ain't finished. Time won't allow us. We ain't finished. But we will come back to this another time. This is your brother, Anthony Brown, saying, much love.
Dumb! Is there any remorse within your heart for those people you've dead in the past? Those who came across your path, their life they've lost. Sure. And you're blind. Say, circumstance. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should understand.